Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Modern Skyblocks 2. So, since last episode, I have worked a bit, just expanding the island and moving things around. I also built this atrocious house. All I have is acacia wood, and I would give my soul for a chisel right now, but I can't. I can't make a chisel because, of course, we need at least iron to make a chisel. I could do chisel in bits, but I can't do actual chisel blocks. So anyways, I've been on the server for a bit with Garlic in Your Eye. He actually just logged off. I switched over and I was testing something, and it locked up whenever I made a new world to test, and then when I got back he had logged off. So this atrocious house, if you notice, I've moved... Oh, he's back. Never mind. I've moved everything, for the most part, over into this little building, and now we have our furnace, our crafting table, our chests, and this is actually the only chest with anything in it at the moment. And then up here is our drying racks. Right now I just have, if you put saplings on a drying rack, it makes dead bushes, and so I went ahead and got a couple of those because I think we'll need them a little bit later in today's episode. So anyways, the first thing that we are going to be doing is working towards our cobble works. Okay, right now we already have water, and by the way, buckets, they are craftable. Okay, the unfired clay bucket, there is a recipe for that. The one I was clicking on in NEI earlier, it wasn't showing a recipe, but there's actually two different unfired clay buckets. One doesn't show up as a recipe, one does. They're the exact same thing, so I'm not sure why that is, but anyways, I did go ahead and make a clay bucket. So, also, one other thing that I want to bring to you guys' attention, these plant matters. I noticed right after last episode, you can actually smelt these into charcoal. So that's what I've been doing for my charcoal, because plant matter is super cheap at this point. Like, you know, just grab some leaves and there you go. So I have been using those to generate the charcoal that we need. So anyways, let's start working on our cobble works. Or our cobble, not our cobble works. Our cobble gen. And what we're going to do is we're going to set it up, I think, just right over in here, I believe. And I am going to use sandstone, because we have all that extra sandstone that we didn't actually use for anything. It would be the perfect material for this so that it doesn't burn. And I'm just going to go ahead and convert this into slabs. So we've got that. And honestly, that should be plenty for our cobble works. Our cobble gen. I keep going to call it cobble works. I'm losing my mind, I swear. Now you should also be able to use like Tinker's Construct crafting tables and little odd and ends like that. I think signs. I don't think signs burn, if I recall correctly. So that's an option as well, but we've got sandstone, so I'm going to go with that. You could also get a bunch of dirt as well. Alright, let me go ahead and grab that clay bucket. Let me get just a little bit of wood, basically just for building and getting around. And we're going to go ahead and lay this out. Of course, right now we don't have our lava, but we'll get to that in just a moment. And I think we should put it over here. So I'm just going to bring this out just a bit. Let's see, I'm going to put a sandstone slab right there. And I think this is the layer that I want. Oh, you know what? Controls, auto jump off. I think I want the cobblestone to be right here, so that we can break it and it'll pop over to us. So then let's go ahead and put down a slab right there. And then we're going to have a slab right here, slab right here. Let's see, we'll have a slab right there. And all of this is, of course, to keep the water in place. And we'll have a slab right there. Let's see. Go ahead and do that. And bring that over. And then I think what we'll do is we'll have a slab like right here, so that even if there's not a piece of cobblestone there... Oh, goodbye. Not really what I wanted to happen, but that's okay. But even if there's not a piece of cobblestone here, the water's not going to come rushing out at us. So I think... And this floor is going to be dropped just a little bit, so... I think that's going to be good. And let me go ahead and get a bucket of water. I was wanting to do like a hopper setup or a piston setup or something like that for this. And I got to looking, and this is actually kind of funny. So I was planning on doing a piston, right, and doing like a pillar system that pushes the cobble out for us, and it would just be like a temporary setup. But I was looking at pistons, and of course iron we don't have access to right now, so really it was beyond our means if it was vanilla recipes. But I did look at pistons, and it takes an iron rod, which that's fine, that's not too bad, but empowered Restonia crystals. Not to mention sturdy stone, which is, it's not that bad really, but Restonia. Empowered Restonia before we can make pistons. That is crazy. That's crazy. So no early redstone piston stuff for us, it doesn't look like. Alright, let me go ahead and just move a little bit of this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a slab, like right here, a slab just right there. Another set of slabs around this side. We're actually out of sandstone slabs, but that's fine. There's a couple other things that I can use, so that shouldn't be an issue. Oh, I've trapped myself. Okay, and we can go ahead and put in our water. We're just going to put it right there, and you can see that it comes gushing out over to here. And then let's go ahead and get ourselves a slab. Let me just make another crafting table, actually. And I think what we'll do is we'll actually use TC crafting stations, because these shouldn't burn unless they've just recently changed that. So we can set those up like that, and then let me put a torch up here just to keep light out. And this is all just temporary, of course, so let's put a torch right there. Okay. And we should be all set. Makes me nervous doing that kind of jumping. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and switch over the floor to slabs instead of having these all these blocks. So we'll do just like that, and then we should be able to get the cobblestone, and it should be relatively good on cobble production, I should think. So, I mean, I guess technically we could not even have that area up there and just have the lava right above the water and it would be fine. We may end up doing that, but anyways, we've got the baseline of our cobble gen set up. And hopefully this will be changed by the end of the episode as well. So, fingers crossed. Alright, so now we have to turn our attention towards getting some lava. And this is going to require... there's the crucible. We're not going to use the crucible. We're going to use the blaze powder block. To do this, we're going to have to get 4 pieces of blaze powder, and that is made in the combustion generator with gunpowder. Okay. Now, I can't remember, how much gunpowder do I have, if any? Okay, I have 3 pieces. That's great. And let me go ahead and get some coal. I'll just pop up here, throw the gunpowder into there. Then let's give it just a little bit of heat. So anyways, we've got our blaze powder, and then what we can do is just blaze powder block, ta-da, and then what we need to do is melt this. And I believe we're just going to use a torch to do this. Let's see, I'm going to want to get up there. Tell you what, let's actually move all that stuff. We will put a slab there for just to stop the water. We'll put a torch, and we'll put our blaze powder block right above that. And we'll give it just a minute. It is going to take it a second to melt that. And I assume after it melts it, it's probably just going to destroy the torch and then burn the wood and everything's going to work, but we'll see. Not for sure how long that's going to take, but I know that the book here said that, okay, about 5 minutes it'll melt into lava. You can also use a wooden heat provider, which melts it faster, but it uses fuel. Well, I don't mind waiting about 5 minutes for a torch to melt that. So that will be fine. That will be okay. And then we'll be in business. Oh, is that a creeper? I'm going to go kill it. Because at the moment, gunpowder, can't really have too much of it. I don't feel like. Ooh, 2 gunpowder from that too. That's great. Oh, that house is so bad. But it's like all I have is acacia wood and acacia planks. Like, that's it. So I was like, I gotta do something. Gotta do something for us to have a little place to live. Oh, there we go. We now have lava. Woot. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and just break this off. And there we go. We're starting to make stone. Okay, and you can see we got an achievement here, Stone Age. So we have reached the Stone Age now. We have our first little bit of stone. And you can see that it's actually shifted this over a little bit. That's fine. honestly, what I might do is... I may actually bring this over a little bit. So let me get just a few more slabs. That might be a better spot. That's fine. That's fine. And we'll just move this sandstone slab to like right there. Oh, there's like a bunch of cobble over on that side. Come here. Come here. I guess it's not a big deal because, well, I would like that cobble though. Yeah, I think like standing right here is probably our best bet. Because like right in here I'm getting about 100% cobble rate. So I will say I'm not like master of the cobble gens. Like I don't make them enough. You know, I make just a temporary one at the beginning of like a Skyblocks or something like that. I used to make them in vanilla, but it's been so long, and I just kind of make a temporary one. At this point, like, that's fine. Okay, so I've got 33 cobblestone. That's good to get started with. I think the first thing that I would like to do is I want to make a vanilla furnace. Because these have better efficiency. You know, like right now, I think a piece of charcoal only smelts like 3 things. Like, it's not very efficient at all. Oh, we're going to need more than that, though. We are going to need a lot more than that. Okay, yeah, actually give me a bit. I'm going to do a bit more mining. This is going to take a little bit longer than I was thinking for some reason. For some reason I was thinking it was just regular cobblestone, but it's not. Okay, I've got a stack of cobblestone now. So there is 7 compressed cobblestone. And then we can start getting our furnace. I think this is the first thing that I want. So 7 compressed cobblestone, a dirt furnace, and then we're going to need some Cammonite plates. This is from Embers. And I will say that Embers has made leaps and bounds since the last time I played with it. I'm really excited to start jumping into Embers in the future because a lot of stuff seems to have been added, and I'm excited about that. But anyways, we're going to need to make ourselves 4 pieces of Cammonite blend. And we can make 8 at a time using just a little bit of clay and then sand or red sand. Okay, now before we can get sand or red sand, I'm going to need 1 more piece of cobble. Okay, before we can get sand or red sand, we are going to need to get ourselves a stone rock grinder. And I'm really excited to be getting this because this is going to make our lives so much better. So much better. Oh, did I use up all my clay? Oh no, I've got 5 pieces. So there's 4 pieces of that. And actually, I'm going to need a couple more pieces of cobble, in fact. Okay, I got 5 pieces, that's fine. There's 6 pieces, that's fine too. And we'll go ahead and just lay this out. I don't know if vein miner works with this. But you can see I just broke down the cobble and I got 8 pieces of gravel. And then we can break down the gravel and you can see we got a little bit of flint and then a bit of sand. Okay, so now we can actually use that sand then to expand our cactus setup. Which I'm not too worried about that right this second, simply due to the fact that we have 43 cactus. Though I will say that I do plan on automating cactus very, very soon using water. Possibly next episode. Very, very simple setup. Basically just a braking system so that whenever the cactus grows so high, then it breaks off the top, falls into water, and brings it down. The only thing is we don't have access to hoppers right now. Sadly, there is no like wooden hopper or anything like that. But we're not too far off from starting to get ores. So... okay, but let's get ourselves some of that Cammonite blend. Just like that. There's 8 pieces of it. And then we get to run this through our terrible, terrible furnace that we have. I'll tell you what, before I do that, let me make a little bit more charcoal. Oh, I'm so ready to get rid of this furnace. It's terrible. It is absolutely horrid. And the new furnace that we're going to have is going to be such a nice upgrade. It's going to be great. So I will probably end up making some additional furnaces, but for right now, 1 is fine. Until we get a bit more cobble. Like, I'm just ready to get out of the dirt furnace era, because dirt furnaces are awful. Alright, so there's 3 pieces of charcoal. That should be good. I'm just going to make, like, the bare bones. I'm going to get, like, 4 pieces of Cammonite and call it a day. I'm actually curious if this 1 piece of charcoal will cook all 4 of these for us. Oh, wait. Wait. I'm smelting, and I think I'm supposed to do that and get raw Cammonite plate. Whoops. Whoops. It pays to pay attention. I'll just smelt that stick. Go stick. There we go. So we got a Cammonite plate. Okay, so now we should be able to grab this. And dirt furnace. compressed cobble, Caminite plate is going to get us a normal furnace. Oops, I'm surprised we didn't get the Hot Topic achievement. And then the next thing I want to do, I actually have just enough Inferium for this. Let's go ahead and get a block of Inferium essence. And then do just like that. Furnace. And we get ourselves an Inferium furnace with efficiency plus 15%. So now we actually we went from having a really kind of crap furnace to having a very substantially powerful furnace. So now if I was to throw in some plant matter, throw in some charcoal, that's going to kick through that, and we should probably get, I don't know, 18, 19 pieces of charcoal from 2 pieces of charcoal. So instead of only burning like 8, it's going to burn a little bit better with that 15% efficiency. Okay, and now the next thing that we need to do is we need to upgrade our thing that's over here. You know what I'm talking about, this thing. Our wooden combustion heater. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. So first up, we're going to need to get ourselves a stone casing. And you can see that moving up to stone moves us from 50% efficiency to 100% and max HU from 100 to 600. So it's a very large jump. To do this, we are going to need just a couple stone rods, a stone gear, and then stone. Okay, so I'm going to have to smelt up a bit of smooth stone. Let me do just a little bit more mining. A little bit more cobble breaking here. Okay, so I got 55 cobblestone. That should be good for the time being. And let's go ahead and get some of this smelted up. How did we do? 18 charcoal. So wasn't enough to actually get any kind of extra, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and do like 3 pieces of charcoal. There we go. And make ourselves a bit of smooth stone. And let me go ahead and grab a little bit of this. And then we're going to need to get ourselves a wooden gear. That. And then let's see, the casing was 2 stone rods. That's cobblestone. Or 4 stone rods. So there we go. 4 of those. And then we're kind of just waiting on the smooth stone at this point. So then the next thing, the, what is it, combustion? Yeah. We want the stone combustion heater. This is a jump from 40% speed to 80% and 50% efficiency to 100%. Furnace fuels have 37% HU to 90% HU, and used at 14% rate to used at 72% rate. No, I clicked on nether brick, apparently. But anyways, we were looking at the right things, though. That's going to require smooth stone and then stone heat components that's smooth stone around gunpowder. Okay, so we're going to need a lot of smooth stone at this point. That's fine. We've got the stuff for the casing. Oh, wait. It's, let's see. Stone casing. Stone gear. And then there is our stone casing. Oops. And then we're just waiting for this stuff to get smelted up. And I'm going to go ahead and pull down our old combustion generator, because we don't need this anymore. And if I recall correctly, we can't use the trap door anymore, can we? I believe that was only for the wooden one. Yeah, note that that will only work with the wooden one. I believe all this has to be changed over to stone. I think. Okay, yeah. The wooden combustion heater allows for wooden and glass blocks to be used. The stone allows for rock and glass blocks to be used. Okay. So, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and grab this. There's our stone. And I'm going to go ahead and maybe smelt up. Let me grab that. And I'm going to go ahead and get some glass smelting, because we can use glass for that. And I'd like to be able to see inside, see what our items are and everything. But let's get our upgraded combustion heater. There's one of those, stone heat component. And then the stone combustion heater. Oops. And how's this going? 2 pieces of glass, that's fine. Okay, and so now we can tear down our old combustion heater. Which I can't say that I'm sad to see it go. I've been ready for an upgraded one. And the nice thing is I'll be able to build with stone now, which is going to be... that's going to be wonderful at this point. I think I'm going to put it... we're going to set it up like right over in here. Let's see. I think we'll put it right in here. So we'll put the stone casing right there. The stone combustion heater right in there. And I don't guess that we need these for anything. No, I'll probably just use them for smelting at this point. Or at least the casing. Maybe. We'll see. Anyways, there's that. And then, let's go ahead and put this down. I think we can actually use cobblestone for this. I don't think it has to be smooth stone. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll put the cobblestone right there. I'm going to go ahead and get a new pick real quick. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade all my tools. Because I don't want any of these dinky tools anymore. And we'll just throw them over the edge. Okay. So, that... And then we're going to put glass here on the front, I do believe. And we'll do just like that, so I can get up over the top of this. And I guess we're going to have to cover the top of this with cobblestone. And then just break and replace it to fill it, I do believe. At least until we can get like pistons or something like that, because I don't believe there's any trapdoor that classifies as stone. No. Okay. I wonder if an iron trapdoor would be able to be used once we get to the higher tiers. Like, pretty much anything after this point can use metal and glass and rock, I believe it is. Yeah, metal, rock, and glass for anything past stone. So. Okay, but we got our new combustion heater. Oops. And if we take a look, multi-block is formed. And our old combustion heater, I'm just going to throw it over the edge, because we have no use for that. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to want to go for are seeds. Seeds and grass and all that stuff. So I'm going to need just a little bit more cobblestone. We're going to get a little bit more flint. Alright, so there's 21 pieces. That should be fine for right now at least. And by the way, if you didn't start on a sand island, this would be the time that you would normally start life infusion. But we've already been doing life infusion for a while, so we don't have to cover that. Okay, so we have 4 pieces of flint at the moment. And let's see, to make a seed, because that's what we're trying to make right now first, is seeds. These require, I believe it's 2 pieces of flint, yeah, and a dead bush for each seed. Okay, and I'm going to need 4 seeds, so let me get 2 more dead bushes being made up really, really quickly. Of course, acacia saplings are not hard to come by at this point. And what would be the best way? Okay, we can make flint with gravel. You can either use 3 pieces or 2 pieces. I think I'm going to use 2 pieces, in fact. Okay, so there's 8 pieces of flint. And then all we need is our dead bushes. And we'll go ahead and get those 2. We're still waiting on these 2. That's fine. I'll just leave that. Charcoal and stuff's not really an issue now, so... Alright, we're going to throw our dead bushes in there and then half of our flint. And we'll go ahead and... Oh yeah, let me put the button right there. We'll put a piece of charcoal into there. That's 238 heat units. That's way more than what we need. So we'll go ahead and just... Pow! There's our 2 seeds. Okay. And we're just waiting on this now. Okay, so our dead bushes are done. Let's go ahead and grab those. And just really quickly do this. So, whoops. 2 dead bushes and the rest of that flint. No, no, I don't want the bushes back. There we go. So, 4 seeds. Okay, now we need to make ourselves some grass. I don't know why I'm doing that here. We're going to put seeds in our offhand. And then do I have any dirt lying around? No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. We'll just use... I'm going to use some of these saplings. Because we have way more than what we need. And get some plant matter. There's 46. And we'll just throw that into there. I'll make as many as I can make with, like, I don't know, 2 pieces of charcoal. There we go. Okay, so we have 6 pieces of dirt. Dirt's so much easier to make with this better combustion heater. It's so much better. Oh, I guess I left this one behind or something. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to put down our dirt and red sandstone infusion. Pow. And we got ourselves a grass block. And let's see, where do we want to start our grass? I'm thinking just right over here. So we'll do grass. And we'll just put down some dirt. Oh, it's already spreading. Okay, I'm going to give that just a minute to spread. And then we get to start getting into the fun stuff. The very, very fun stuff. We're really getting somewhere at this point. Okay, while I was waiting for that grass to spread, I went ahead and got a bit more cobblestone and some leaves and some more clay, and which is actually in the chest. But also don't forget about tiny charcoal. Like if you take charcoal and put it in here, you can get 8 pieces of tiny charcoal. And of course those smell like one item. They're an eighth of a charcoal in power. But anyways, we've got all of this grass area now. So let's get ourselves just a little bit of bone meal. Grab some of these. Alright, and then we can just right click this, pow, and get ourselves some grass. Let's go ahead and break through this stuff. What is that? Hops. What mod is this from? Benny's Extra Trees, okay. Anyways, that's not what I was going for. Ooh, there's a yellow seed. Aha! Industrial hemp. That's one thing that I definitely want. What is this? Rice seeds. Oh, there's flax. Honestly, I think I'd rather have flax. Perhaps. Okay, let me get just a little bit more dirt real quick. Okay, so there's 10 pieces of dirt. Awesome. So we're going to start ourselves a farm just really, really quick. Just some, like a little farmland, basically. I was planning on starting some Tinker's Construct stuff this episode. I don't think we're going to get to it, realistically. Just because. I think I'm going to start making my charcoal out of wood as well, because I have so much wood piling up. Or at least for a while. I think I'm going to make this entire stack into charcoal. Alright, but honestly, these stone tools are doing fine for me right now. So, that's fine. Stone hoe, and I think our farms, I'm just going to put them like maybe right over here on this side. So we'll just do dirt. We'll do just like that. That'll be fine. And then can I get a couple things that I want here? Well, first up I want a bucket of water. And I'm just going to put this right here. And we'll just go down here. Let's place that. And that, so the water quits flowing. And I'm going to expand this farm out a little bit. Which, I know the water block could be over to the left a bit, but that's fine. I don't mind it being here. It's only a temporary setup anyways, so. Because as you look around, this place is not pretty in the least. So, alright, we'll just cover that with a slab, and I'm going to go ahead and just line these up. So we can step over to this. Okay, so now what we're going to start doing is a little bit of farming. Just a little bit. I'll go ahead and hoe this ground. And let's go ahead and plant, I think flax is a priority because I would love to have, oh, and seeds. I definitely want seeds planted. A seedy place achievement. Okay, yeah, I think these two are the main priorities right now. And flax, of course, gives string. And that's why I want flax. However, I actually just looked at a bed. I was wanting to make a bed, right? Beds take magical planks. Whoops, we're not going to be able to make those for a minute. Anyways. Okay, but what I'm looking for is I want to look through and see... Like, we've got wheat, which is going to be important for our gold alchemical ore dust, because that's what we're going to be working on next episode is ores. Wheat is something that we're going to want. Pumpkin seeds is something that we're going to want. Which, I don't know, can we get pumpkin seeds? I know sugarcane, we have to get pumpkin to get sugarcane. But I don't... I was thinking you can't get pumpkin seeds from breaking grass. You might be able to. We might break a little bit more grass and see what we can come across, but I'm not really seeing much else on that list. But I will say that all this these poppies... Oh, pumpkin seeds! Haha! Awesome. Okay, that's what I was wanting. That's the other seed that I was wanting. So we're just going to put this down, like right here is good. And we'll go ahead and bone meal this guy. Okay. And then I can expand the farms and stuff. Industrial hemp, rice, flax. I mean, we've got one flax seed. I think that's plenty. The main thing is wheat. And then sugarcane to make that. Yeah, that is pumpkin, make sugarcane. And then glistening melon. Ooh, that's expensive. That's a little bit expensive. Okay, but one thing that I would like to go for, and I know it's about wrapping up point. We're just about done for the episode. But, assuming we have enough bone meal for this, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, is that coffee seeds and cocoa beans? Aha. You can get like all kinds of stuff from breaking grass in this pack. I love it. Okay. Poppies are what I want at the moment, but we need quite a few more of these guys. There's 4. I believe we have enough poppies now. Yeah, we have 8. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to break these poppies down into red dye. And then we are going to use our infusion stone, put these in the offhand, and just infuse a piece of grass. And that gets us a mushroom. And, okay, we don't have access to light blue dye at the moment. I don't believe. I don't think there's any way to get blue orchids at the moment. No. Okay, that's fine. Well, we got ourselves a mushroom. So, I was wanting to go for mineral, mainly because I want it for building. Because I love the color of the mineral wood, and I would love to use a bit of that for building, but... Oh, we got carrot, too. Oh, I do want to plant that for sure. And I'm going to have a look through and see what all plants and stuff I want to plant, but it seems like we can get most everything from breaking grass. Is what it seems like. I may actually do more specialized little farms, so have like an area just for pumpkins and, you know, have little different areas and stuff. I may work on that between this episode and next. We'll see. So, but anyways, we can start getting ourselves some pumpkin seeds, which then, of course, we'll use next episode. So next episode we are going to be working on ores and getting into those a little bit, which is a very interesting process if you guys haven't seen it. It's a lot more work than just putting down a sieve, I feel like. So I love the progression in this. It's so much fun for a Skyblock. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button. And go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. And until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys next time.